Hi, I'm Katie Market, and welcome to Boiler Bytes, your up-close look at what's happening at Purdue. We begin our show here in the 1869 Tap Room, a classic, old-style pub named for the year Purdue University was founded. We recently sat down to talk to a few key individuals whose collaborative efforts made this tap room a reality and gave birth to Purdue's first signature beer.
Thank you.
It's a new paradigm for Purdue to have a tap room on campus.
It's really, I think, a very cool aspect to the student union.
This is not a campus bar like you get down in the village. This is definitely a space for hotel visitors, for faculty and staff to kind of come and enjoy a beer.
I'm Brian Farkas. I'm head of food science here at Purdue University in the College of Agriculture. The craft brewers of the state asked for our help. Hops are obviously an integral ingredient to beer, and these hops have to be tested and certified for their composition, and we do that in the department now. But then we started thinking, as part of that fermentation sciences program, it'd be great to have a tap room on campus.
There's been discussions for years about having some sort of alcohol in the union, kind of a faculty lounge. And then last year, the right people were in place to kind of make it happen.
It's really come together between administration, my department of food science, and Chris Johnson and People's Brewery.
I was asked to meet at the union and talk about the idea of how a tap room might work and construct a bar and give it a little bit more of the pub atmosphere.
So finding the proper space in the student union was part of the first challenge. And then once we decided on this space, where we were going to put the bar, what our hours were going to be, we had to get with excise to make sure our liquor license would cover something like this.
It turned into more of a reality, and we worked for about a year to figure out how to do it right, make the marketing right, again, tie into that educational aspect. So since then, we've helped maintain the draft system, educated the staff there on serving and what people are looking for when they come into a tap room type setting.
I actually have Chris on speed dial. So like if we have a problem, he'll come over and fix whatever we need. And it's awesome.
We closed over the summer and renovated. We tore out a lot of booths. We put in the permanent bar structure. We added some more taps. We redid the windows and the logo a little bit, and it's been much more inviting, much more inclusive. We start service at 4 o'clock. We turn the TVs on, we turn the music up, so we definitely make that line that we're no longer just a study space.
Having a tap room, then you think the next thing you need is something to put in the tap room, which is a beer.
It was always kind of the dream to have a Purdue licensed beer. And again, go local, go with somebody that's already doing phenomenal work, and so they went with Chris at People's.
We knew that it needed to be an approachable beer, not too much on the hop side or the malt side. So we worked on it quite a while and had a number of different recipes that we tweaked as we developed the beer, and we got to a point where we felt like it had a nice character.
That's what we're looking for, was something right in the middle of that bell curve. You could have more than one, you could enjoy at a football game that is approachable and would maybe encourage you to try other craft beers. And I think that was a home run.
We couldn't keep it in stock. As soon as we got a delivery, within that night or the next day it was gone.
The response has been even bigger than we expected. But we've had requests from all across the country, Seattle, Portland, Florida.
Boiler Gold is definitely the #1 seller.
It was just so popular, and it still is without a doubt our top selling beer. Over 50% of what we sell is Boiler Gold.
When you look at Boiler Gold and what it came from and what it's created out of is local companies working with the university to make better products.
The most exciting thing about Boiler Gold and the tap room, I think, is the clandestine way that we're working science into the program here. We are not testing hops just to test hops. We are testing hops to help the farmers, but also we have students in those labs. Microbiology, grain science, hops chemistry, and engineering principles. Teaching students about fermentations is about developing ultimately jobs and the economy for Indiana.
I developed the kind of student manager side because I think this is a phenomenal opportunity to give seniors, graduating HTM students, some real managerial experience.
I'm in charge of inventory, stocking, HR, marketing, the whole nine. So that's something that definitely kind of boosted my resume a little bit and helped me find the job that I'm currently going into.
We are a land-grant school to educate the people of Indiana and beyond. The tap room is a focal point for that.
I see it on Facebook all the time. It's like I never thought this would have happened at Purdue.
You know what the atmosphere there is going to be. It's not going to be too crazy. As we were developing it, we talked to professors who said, hey, this will be great for me to be able to entertain somebody coming onto campus.
We actually have a regular that comes in here, and his name's Jake. He's awesome, and he'll just sit at the bar and talk to us the entire time.
Alums from the 50s go in and shake their head like they could never believe this could happen on campus, but they say it with a smile. They are so happy.
They really love that we have a place like this in the Union, and during game days bring everybody back and be like, yeah, this is where I went to school. So there's a lot of pride when it comes to the tap room.
Beyond its menu of craft beers and delicious food, the 1869 Tap Room's greatest strength just might be the excitement it generates for Purdue's research in fermentation science and hops production. Next time you're on campus, be sure to stop by. That'll wrap up this edition of Boiler Bytes. Remember that you can catch up on all our past stories at boilerbytes.com. See you next time.